only necessary thing is strength. Did you guys read that manga Dick's translation for it?
Yeah, that's what I always use first.
Yeah. They made a an in dialogue reference to that.
Oh, wait, it happened in the chapter, yeah.
Yeah, what was it they said it?
I think it's towards the end.
Yeah, the skinny guy
Because
making
Food
the
Battler.
yeah.
Food, well, he really has just become Fat Gums from My Hero at this point.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
He's a fat guy that turns out he may not necessarily be fat. His power is like he eats and he becomes fat, and then he's kind of like the blob, where like people can be like sucked into his body.
Oh, we're talking My Hero. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Food Battler is kind of Fat Gums. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Big time.
He just doesn't have that attack power that Fat Gum has because like a more recent thing we found out about him is like he can convert all of that fat into power, like Choji.
Yeah.
So,
hold on, this guy or the guy in My Hero?
My Hero.
Oh.
Can't say that maybe Food Battler follows the same trick. Who knows? We just haven't seen it, but the similarities are getting stronger.
Definitely. I mean, I don't know about the other guy, and My Hero is trash, so definitely not.
He's a good character. He's upbeat, and, you know, anybody that's under his watch, he's very protective of them. I mean, hell, he nearly died.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit more excited. Like, the more that we get more spotlight on the smaller guys, like the CB and A dudes.
Yeah.
It's quite a few of them that are pretty interesting and shit too. Like, it's funny because when you look at the S class, for like all the glory and like all the awesomeness, to a certain extent they have a theme to them, and like at least in this part of the story, we're just exploring that theme of them in their introductions and the first few fights and shit like that. You know, we really haven't seen. There's still guys that we haven't seen anything of, and the guys that we have seen stuff of, it's not much. Besides two or three guys that are mainstays, like Bang and Genos. Literally, Bang and Genos are the two guys that we see the most of in King. So besides that, everybody else is somewhat of a mystery, or we're just getting tastes of their theme. So if you translate that to the smaller guys, the weaker guys, it's kind of the same thing. They really only have a design or like a quote that they always yell out, or like a
and half the time they never say anything.
Exactly, yeah, or like a niche attack, something that's unique to them that helps them stand out to the fan base. And it's like, eventually, if he really wants to, you could use that or make that into an S class like character archetype. Like couldn't like from just the information that we got about Food Battler so far. We were told that he was S class, right? If he was given the S class a ranking card, wouldn't he already be more interesting than like Pig God?
It's hard to say, because if he looks up to Pig God, there definitely is a reason for that. So he knows his limits, and he probably assumes, and probably for good reason, that he's weaker. Because otherwise, he would have rose through the ranks, and Pig God would have been like, a challenger has arrived.
I know, but I'm asking, like, does the Food Battler, like, his character design, is it not cooler than Pig God's? Everything. Like,
to be honest, he looks like this fat guy character from the original Inspector Gadget cartoon to me. It's just the way it looks to me. I could be wrong and just remembering it wrong.
A little quick quirk about him having to eat continuously to maintain his power or whatever. I can see that scaled up to like actually being like a super potent power up. His costume looks badass. He's given a badass like determination speech and shit. It's not at the most like craziest time, and you know there's no peril, so I can see why people maybe overlooked it. But like, this is supposed to be a semi-inspirational moment coming from this guy. So
he definitely had a Kamui or Kamen Rider. That's it. The Kamen Rider moment there at the end. The fact that they're both C class makes it even more apparent.
And that explanation they gave us for that, for his fucking his fat and shit, like how he dodged the attack. Uh, in Manga Dexter translation says, "Didn't you get cut in the stomach?" And then he responds, "I think the claws cut along the folds in my skin, so I'm actually not injured." A miracle like that actually happened. So it's like, I guess by addressing it like that, it's pointing out that like it is absurd, but that's like, come on, man. Like that's, and I wonder how flexible that trait would be. Is like, if fucking Eon slashes him, or his fat foe's gonna protect him and shit.
Depends on how concave he can be with that. So yeah. But then if that's the case, wouldn't he just go for a stab? My slashes do not work. I'll just go straight to the point.
I mean, they said it was a fluke mistake and it was a single attack, so yeah, a second effort by anybody will probably kill him, but that's like super duper lucky, right? It's funny how this kind of like insignificant character gets a plot hacks like that. That's funny. That's funny.
But it could imply that he has some high level of durability. Because I would imagine the tips of those claws are pretty damn sharp, and they went through his clothing, but not his skin. But they pushed it in to make those crevices. So
I don't think they did. It said I cut the claws. I think the claws cut along the folds in my skin, so I'm actually not injured. Yeah. So it was just the space in between. It just cut along the space.
Yeah, but that's getting a little too close to no. That shit didn't happen. But this might actually hint at a high level of durability if that's what he thinks happened. Because he even says, "I think the claws cut along the folds of my skin." So he's not even sure.
I think the quote, or I think what Sekengar says, is the best reason to give doubt. Besides that, I think I'd follow what they said. Because it's not significant enough for it to be like... It definitely would be badass if it was a hint for a future power-up when we next saw him. But it would only be confirmed then. And like I said, I think what Sekengar says here, a miracle like that actually happened, is the best evidence for there to be a power-up, like you're saying.
I mean, it would be cool.
I made a big deal on my review video about Garo and Genos. It was in the cover. It was really only the cover page. I spread all of it, but like, people have been saying that it's unfounded, and I'll address it. I'll address it here, present it, and we can look at it for a second. But like, my thoughts for that. We had a big fight before. And Genos is one of the main characters in the series, like a true main character. He may even, in terms of like representing other storylines or other stories, be the stereotypical main character of a regular shonen or whatever. So to have him facing off up against Garo one time, and now being positioned to come back into the arc after being held back like reinforcements. He's an A-team player. He's a starter. I was held back. Now Garo is back up. Coincidentally, a few chapters before Genos actually became suspicious of what was going on. Actually, quite around the same time, whenever Genos was like lifting up his head and shit and hearing the explosions and the quakes from Rover and Saitama's punch and the like. So, interestingly enough, now they're both on the playing field. Interestingly enough, Genos is headed straight for, most likely, the middle of the chaos. And as we already talked about before, we can like list the free agents that are available left for like sporadic combat and really think about what could really happen. There's people joining existing fights or people making their own fights. We don't know how it can be paired up, and with all the different numbers, there could be a bunch of different like possibilities that we're not gonna give credit to accounting to. But like, I think it's likely that Garo could end up fighting Genos.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think Genos is going to end up fighting another monster before he gets to Garo, if that does happen, because either that or he's got to reach a hero, because he has the information, he has the uh the the data on the monsters, and I don't think that's going to be. It's like Chekhov's gun. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like he has that, so it's going to be used at some point. Like he has to tell somebody, or he has to use the information himself at some point, and that's not going to be useful against Garo. So I think he's going to fight a monster before if he fights Garo, or at the very least, pass that information along to another hero.
I think Genos maybe eventually against Garo, but I get the feeling that he's going to be the first guy to. Well, not the first guy. He's going to be the guy to really provide some effort in the fight against evil natural water. Just because I feel like he has the necessary assets to actually deal with evil natural water, apart from maybe Atomic Samurai, who it's been implied can cut through water. But we're not sure about the makeup of evil natural water, right? If it's cut through, does that mean it's going to die, or will it just kind of reform around the cut? So I think Genos will kind of like help out with maybe evaporating evil natural water. That would be a good way to go about it. Wait, didn't we mention before that that Garo might not even go for the heroes first? He might take out all his hatred and all his frustration on the other executives.
You wouldn't
Yeah, we did talk
accept
about
me,
that.
you sons of bitches. Now I'm just going to kill you in a blind rage.
Yeah, because for me that would be an amazing turn, just seeing Garo turn around to essentially the people who have been a little bit less than hospitable, and just absolutely cleaning the floor with them. That would be amazing. Like imagine him just rolling up on freaking homeless Emperor and just cleaning the floor with him, using his hair as a mop. That would be. For me, Garo's kind of shown that it's not really his assimilation into the Monster Association which has made him more of a monster. It's been him trying to kick the shit out of Orochi and kind of turning against the Monster Association that's made him become more and more a monster. And then we think that, you know, if there's any damage to Tario, that'll be the one that'll kind of send him over the edge.
That'll be the last straw, huh?
Yeah.
A little boy's spine just snapped.
The little Asian boy can run fast enough.
A Rover getting back up and coming out here fucking with these niggas. Like there's
I don't see it.
Like what? Rover's done?
Yeah, I think so. I
Dog is shell shocked.
Yeah, I don't see him. I just don't see him attacking more heroes, or, you know, having any pivotal role left in the arc, because he's already had his fight with Garo, and then, you know, this whole Saitama event happened. It's like after you get hit by Saitama, you're going to be put out of commission. Not to say like if you're knocked out or something. I'm just mean like your role in that arc is just done for a little bit. Like that's just, you get hit by Saitama, like your role is postponed.
Stop to your plans. Like hold on.
Yeah. Like Garo's like the only real exception to that, because you know what happened to him. But that was his arc, so.
Damn, man. So with Satsuki, Rune, and Rover out, who's left on the monster side or the hero side to match up? Like what
For Garo?
For involving Genos or like anything.
I think I'll probably have to roll with Genos rolling up on Evil Natural Water, because I obviously think Evil Natural Water is going to watch the disciples, so that would give him an opportunity to save the day. I don't see him like assisting Atomic or anybody, so I don't see him pulling up on Black Sperm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Homeless Emperor at all. I have no clue. But with like the Garo thing, I could definitely see him fighting Darkshine. Definitely, because Darkshine is just, you know, he's roaming around. He's completely open to do whatever right now.
The only other person I can see Garo, or even actually no, sorry, Genos rolling up on is maybe Fura Ugly, because we know that our boy, the most powerful hero in the world, Amai Mask, has been having trouble against the ugly guy. and maybe if Genos rolled in, he could help him out. But then I'd be like hard pressed to see who would help out the disciples against evil natural water, besides of course Atomic. And I'm not sure. I get the feeling that Atomic is in like a completely different part of the Monster Association to the disciples.
Maybe because I haven't felt any. Did we get the disciples' reaction when Orochi did that blast?
Not sure.
I can't remember.
Maybe, but I'm not sure.
But maybe not. I don't know, man. But that cover page panel, like, oh boy, if that's what he's looking like right now, if that's what he's walking around like right now, I'm excited for the next chapter.
I'm always excited. I don't care what you say.
The real interesting thing is going to be with Saitama Flashy Flash.
What?
Because, you know, Saitama is just... Because, like, Saitama has to be, like, put out of the... He has to be just out of the picture for a lot of things if we want anything to be interesting. So I kind of wonder how, like... How One and Murata are going to do that, or is it just going to be Saitama Flashy Flash just completely they're lost the whole arc? That can't happen, you know.
Why
so
not?
They had to.
Yeah, one of us. You're saying that one of us has to be in, or like explain.
I'm saying like I don't see them being like there's going to be a lot of commotion and shit like that. So you know, eventually they're going to meet up with somebody. They have to. I just don't, you know, they can't be lost the whole arc. That would just feel very just weird.
Or it's like more destruction that other niggas are causing, they'll get attracted to it here or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that some kind of beacon, if you will draw them in. Because Saitama, he's already looking for the next fight. So he just happened to be tagging along. I think Flashy at some point will probably give him the slip. He'll combine like his extreme speed with his ninja skills, and Saitama won't pick up on the ninja stuff. Like he can keep pace with him speed-wise, but you throw in ninja arts into the mix, he might actually lose him. And it's like, hey Flashy, and it's like I haven't seen any monsters in a while, and he looks over, and then you know how like the little ding ding ding, and then they're not there anymore. That I think that's what's going to happen. He's like, where'd he go? He was right there.
Yeah, I think they'll be separated as well eventually.
And then that's when.
Let's get into the
Nope.
podcast.
I'm combining the headcanon, damn it.
Just let me know.
You best
know
not.
what would be. You know what would be crazy if Garo ended up meeting Bang and Bomb. That would be crazy. Those two are pretty much like open too.
I forgot about the new Fubuki group.
I was looking up trying to like the last time that Bang encountered Garo, and like was there any like leftover feelings, you know, like shit, I should have taken him out, you know, when I had the chance. And then when they encounter him now, he's way stronger. Bang may not be able to do it.
I mean, that would be like the perfect like power scale, you know, because we seen him, you know, Bang just whooped his ass.
Fucked him hard.
And then, yeah. So if Garo were to, you know, fight evenly match or even overwhelm Bang, that would just be like indication like we're seeing a whole different Garo.
I mean, we
entirely.
We gotta stop playing these games. Like the only thing that Bomb or that Bang has accomplished is that EC punch with his brother. And sure, we have the ability, or we have the what's it called, the suspicion that he may be able to do a variant of that by himself because of what he set up against the Meteor. But like besides that, we just have good combat skills from him. Garo fought Orochi. Like we saw what
How
Orochi
dare you
did.
call his skills good? They're like the strongest hand-to-hand combat skills that aren't Saitama.
Those hand-to-hand combat skills
that we've seen
aren't going to do anything when Orochi opens up his mouth and does a fire blast on you like he did to Garo, and he tanked it like a sandwich. Like, are we assuming that Bang can take all those fire blasts and those punches and like having his abdomen stabbed through like Garo had? Like, Are we really saying that Bang should be able to tank everything that Garo tanked? I'm not talking about fighting them off. I'm talking about tanking. Like, if you receive that damage.
Probably not get up like how Garo gets up. No, I don't believe that because he's older. I think his durability is still going to be good, but I don't think he's going to. The one thing about Garo is that's been evident is he'll take hits and then he'll get up. Like he can take punishment like no one else. Do for Bane, do for Bomb, do for well not he didn't really fight Bomb, but Genos as well. Before that, Saitama or King if you want to if you
He's
want to
all
say
about
him.
those Zenkais, isn't he?
Yeah. That's his whole thing.
Yeah, I think from Bang's perspective, if he had taken all that damage, I mean, like I agree with Satsuki. He's quite old, so maybe that would play a large part. I mean, like when he was about to unleash that last final attack thing he was going to do on Elder Centipede, yeah, he said that it would have put his life at risk or killed him in order to do it. So his age is a major factor, but I can't see Bang fighting Orochi and not being able to, not at least getting up from the damage sustained by Orochi. I mean, like maybe he wouldn't be able to fight like Garo did at the end of it, but I think he'd still get back up. He kind of gives off that whole warrior vibe that he wouldn't just go down.
I mean, I'm not questioning the fact that Bang is a tank. We saw that whenever Melzagar smacked him across the earth, him across the city, and he came back like it was like, oh shit, aerobics, my nigga. Like, he was feeling nice. So we know he can tank 1 or 2 hits, but that was a true dragon hit compared to a bro. Orochi was out there fucking smacking Garo around, bro. And those fire can it's not like an understatement to say it was a firestorm that Orochi created around Garo. Like he was fighting in like extreme heat conditions while having fire cannons after him and shit the entire time, bro. Orochi was tearing up the facility that was opened up for him to stand in the fight with Garo. He was just tearing it apart and shit. Bro was sitting there flying around, cutting niggas in half, like he was like flying past niggas and shit. It was a great spectacle, but half of the creation of the spectacle, no, 99% of the creation of the spectacle was due to Orochi. He created all of it. Garo was just the greatness of Garo just came in response to that. So like I don't think we can continue to downplay the fact that like Garo is not a fucking weakling, and that nigga did that thing to him, bro. Really did that thing to that nigga, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree in that sense. I think if Garo does pop up against Bang and Bomb, he's really going to give him a run for them. And maybe even I'd go so far as to say maybe he's strong enough now to defeat them. Maybe not together individually. Like I think he would actually fully just clap Bang at this point.
I mean, EC technically, like they gave up, and they were like, "Oh, we can't beat him. We gotta get out of here." So they technically gave up against EC. So technically, the Bang and Bomb combo can't beat EC. So
Yep.
if we're saying this, then we're also agreeing that like the Garo
He's dragon level.
that the Garo that we just saw is arguably as tough as EC to beat.
Or at least on the attack front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like with EC, you have to also remember like his regenerative capacity, and the fact that he was able to regrow his carapace and stuff like that. Something that Bang and Bomb really couldn't combat. And just the fact that Garo's this human-sized individual that they could probably punch a hole through. But it's just Garo's insane growth. I mean, like when he surprised them when he got back up when they were kicking the shit out of him, and he picked up that tree, was it? And he started swinging it all over the place. They were a little bit shocked and concerned when he did that. Imagine if they saw him now and what he's capable of. That would be crazy.
Do you think that like, fuck man, it's just so much speculation here because I agree with you. He's a humanoid. Like their approach against Garo should be a lot different than up against EC. It'd be a totally different fight. It's just like I've said it before. You can't fight Rover and then fight Garo and then fight Orochi and not come back as the most impressive dragon we've seen so far. Like the top 5, top 10 dragons, Goketsu, EC, Phoenix, guys like that are, they showed out in those aspects. Like, are we really you're telling me that Garo can fight 3 or 4 of those people we just mentioned and not be as good as them? Nah, man. I agree with what Sundown saying 100%. When Garo comes back, he should be able to give Bang and Bomb together a run for their money.
Well, actually, this has kind of already been foreshadowed. Because I'm looking it up and everything, and back then, when the Hero Hunt arc was going on, Bang was already worried that he wasn't strong enough to stop his student.
Yeah, we know that.
And then that's when Bomb comes in and everything. So,
but we don't have a credit for that though. Like
I know, but foreshadowing isn't always obvious. So
yeah, you often need additional information to make previously foreshadowed information.
And now that moment really weighs heavy. One of them's gonna die, or gonna nearly die.
So then, are
that kind of follows a trope, the trope of like the student overtaking the master. It happens a lot. Any series you want to, not any series you want to think of, but a lot of the series like Naruto with the whole Pain and Jiraiya thing.
Well, it's a life story, and all these stories are based on like real life events, and like that's an actual thing. Like you got your parents, your elders, your guardians. In general, your generation. That's the way people don't look at it, but like they hand down the baton to us. Like eventually, you and I will be responsible for the planet. That's gonna be a thing, but like the niggas that you're talking to right now, people our age will be responsible for like the continuance of humanity, and it'll be a serious thing, like a real serious thing and shit. And niggas don't think about that, but like that's a real story of life, and all these stories all good stories are based on true stories of life and shit. So, I guess are we agreeing then? Are we confirming that like there should be one more Garo versus Bang confrontation?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, that would be poetic at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wanna know though is when that fight goes down, will Garo throw away his not really his pride as a humanity, but his humanity in its essence? Will he throw it away and kill either Bang or Bomb?
That's why I just said I think one of them's gonna be fatally wounded or straight up killed.
Yeah, because when you said that, I was like, I can almost see Garo killing Bomb out of spite.
Yeah, we're not as attached.
Yeah, but Bang, someone who kind of raised him essentially from what we know, made him the fighter he is today, took care of him in his dojo and stuff like that. Will he have?
It would have to be because that what you're about to ask. Like, would he have my nigga? The entire journey, like we said before, of the monstrification, he has to become a monster. There is nothing more declarative of you becoming a monster than killing your master. Man. Kill that nigga, dog. Fuck that pussy ass nigga.
See,
you were my second father, and I'm about to slay you.
Exactly. It would be the whole kind of Vader freaking Obi-Wan thing. But the underlying thing with Garo from the beginning has been that he hasn't been completely devoted to, the world's view of becoming a monster. He has his own idea of what a monster is, and that doesn't necessarily tie in with like killing his own master.
I'll kill his brother.
Yeah, I could see Bomb dying because Bomb isn't a hero like I think you should say it, like we're kind of detached from him as opposed to Bane, and he's the older brother, so I could definitely see it in a situation where Garo was fucking them both up or something like that. That Bomb would be the one to sacrifice himself, just as the older brother.
Nigga,
So,
well, hey,
what?
the bomb comes before the bang, before the explosion. So
We haven't gotten enough of like that. Like, I feel what you're saying, but like, fuck, dog. But it's like One Punch ain't the type of story to have like 6 layers of emotional connection. It's usually like 2 or 3, and like he uses everything around it to make those 2 or 3 like that much more important. Like the whole movement deep sea confrontation, right? All those elements. Sure, every individual fight like held an emotional point. I don't know if you remember like Lightning Max, like Lightning Max was like feeling like fucked over because he couldn't deal with that shit. He felt powerless and shit. And then we already know the conversation about Pooty Pooty and Sonic or whatever, but Moomin was out there trying his ass off, bro. Like niggas really connected with Moomin, and half of those events led up to Moomin. Like it wasn't Saitama who traditionally would be the victor there. It would be Moomin. Like he would, yell, motherfucker, and then do that thing to Deep Sea, bro. He would have done that thing. If it was Naruto, bro, Moomin would be like fucking S class rank 4 right now, man, because he did that thing to Deep Sea like nothing, dog. That's what would have happened. But Kate Baldy had to come through and fucking ruin the show. It's classic One Punch and shit. Classic, playing with niggas' intention or beliefs. What they believe that happens.
it's subversion.
Yeah, it's subversion. Yeah, that's the word. So like, it works, my nigga. But we're talking about Satsuki said that when this nigga Bang about to get fucking fisted through the ass the final time by Garo, that bomb finna jump through, take it to the chest, and that's okay with you?
why wouldn't it be?
Well,
What's
it's
the
better
problem?
than Fubuki doing the sacrifice, because the fandom would never be the same again.
Because he's not gonna kill both of them. What I'm saying is that if something like that were to happen, right? We're talking hypothetical as fuck. We can agree. We've all confirmed unanimously that Garo versus Bang is a conversation that will happen for sure again. So us speculating on like the actual details of the event isn't crazy. So like he's not, like I said, he's not gonna kill both of them. And if he kills Bomb, he's gonna use that as the emotional what's ignition point for whatever else he wants to develop it into. Whether it's Bang having gaining the resolve to actually beat down Garo and then knock him out, and then Garo has to come back even stronger after that to fucking fight Saitama, and then Bang's final development is that he failed to actually kill his disciple, so his final form of development is failure instead of success or whatever. And then Garo gets back up, and then he's pissed because of that shit, and then he resolves to actually kill everybody because his master doesn't care about him and shit, and now he's actually killing heroes and monsters like you guys are talking about. So it could. You're right. For you to say like why it's not crazy for Bang to die or Bomb to die, but like my nigga, Bang should die. Fuck it, Bang should die. Fuck that nigga Bang. Fuck that nigga Bang. It's done. You're old. That beard is crusty as fuck, my nigga.
He doesn't have a beard.
Whatever that shit is, the mustache, but he's dirty as shit. It looks like it's a rat on your chin or your fucking top lip, dog. Like, fuck that nigga, bro. The new water stream is here. Let it be evil. Let evil represent the new water stream, dog.
Pollute them waters, huh?
Yeah, man.
Nobody in a new Fubuki group is dying this arc. I'm sorry.
The other thing is, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Garo is still yet to kill a human. So,
As far as I know.
Yeah, so if his first kill was like the brother of his master, that would be some pretty deep shit.
But it'd be deeper if it was his master.
But it'd be deeper if it was his master. Oh yeah, it would be deeper if it was master, but the issue
makes
there,
more sense.
Yeah, but the issue there is
But
I don't think Garo has the heart to do that.
But you're thinking about it from Garo's perspective, and like the thing is like even if he doesn't kill Bomb, if he had the intention of killing Bang, but Bomb jumped into it, then it's pretty much the same thing. Like if you want to say like character wise, like Garo now has the resolve to be a true monster or whatnot. But from like you already brought it up, like from Bane's perspective, like if he gets his brother, like his older brother dies because of his student, like that's a character arc for him. Like, and then with the thing is, it's like Garo doesn't need to kill Bang to get like this transformation. There are other things in the art that can happen with that. I don't think like Bang has to die for Garo to get this get this transformation that we're thinking about.
All right, then hold on. Before we continue to pivot onward, because we can continue to spiral on this. What else could be the trigger then? What else is gonna turn Garo, the nigga on this cover page, into a monster?
Tario.
I was about to say killing
shit out of Tario.
I know, but we were saying that in the previous podcast. Is there anything like? There's no new viewpoints from any information so far. Like none of the information, new developments, new pieces, new positions have made you feel differently about that. It's Tario getting fucked up that's gonna make you like, are gonna make Garo turn.
Even more so if he's trying to act, like he sees him and like say random monster is attacking him. He goes in to save Tario, but then Tario gets injured in the process. That'll be the trigger. Or if he actually does die, that would be the ultimate version of that trigger. But
he won't kill the kid though.
No, I'm not saying him killing. I'm talking about the monster that he's defending Tario from.
No, but I'm saying like Murata or one won't kill a kid though.
They don't have to die, but they can just get, fucked up.
And he's like, just the perception my power wasn't enough.
Just the perception that he's like gravely injured or something like that will be enough. If he doesn't actually have to die.
But I mean,
if he gets knocked into a wall or something, that'll set his ass off.
Are we talking like support team gravely injured or like some serious shit? Because like even them niggas, they were kind of censored to an extent. All we saw was like puddles of blood, or like we just saw the scratches in their chest. We didn't see like their fucking guts pouring out or like blood spewing out of their mouths or like them screaming in pain, mama, mama. Like we ain't getting into that shit. So like,
I'm sure it would just any kind of injury to that boy would set him off.
That's cheap, bro.
No, I don't know, but just like Satsuki was saying, it's just the perception of like grave injury in the sense of, let's say if Black Sperm or someone threw Tario off a cliff edge, and it could just as well be that Saitama sees it, saves Tario, but according to Garo, he's dead, right? Like there's no way he can be saved. He's just fallen off a cliff, so he probably goes apeshit.
Fights Black Sperm. See the branch that he grabbed onto or whatever.
Yeah,
as soon as he's dead.
Yeah.
Touche. All right. You got it.
Because you know how your mind goes in a situation. Say you and a friend are, riding horses, for instance, and then
after y'all just fucked.
No, we're not going Brokeback Mountain. God damn it!
No, it's a girl, bro. What the fuck?
I'm just saying.
What?
Anyway,
did someone say Brokeback Mountain?
Yes, because that's where he was going. Anyway,
no, it wasn't. Nigga. What the fuck?
Your friend's horse
I'm not gonna ride a horse with another nigga.
And he falls off, and your mind goes, "Oh shit!" He's like Christopher Reed. He's now paralyzed. But he turns out But you don't know that. But your mind went to the darkest situation possible. That's where I'm thinking it might happen.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I'm excited to see how this thing will play out, because we all believe that this transformation is not even that it will come. It's already in the process of happening.
Well, we could even turn the tables and like Garo could see an executive. He might be in a fight against friggin' what's his face, Bang, and an executive could come in and gravely injure Bang or something like that from behind, and that could tip Garo. To be fair,
I'm the one who's killing this old man, you son of a bitch. If Bang ends up surviving any of these scenarios that we're detailing, I see him retiring as a hero.
We're really throwing Bang under the bus here.
No, it's just like, like I've failed as a master. I've, had some failures as a hero. It's like I'm just too old for this. It's time to hang up before more people are harmed because of me.
Well, then let's switch to the other side of the coin, because these are like the Grower isn't really like a big figure in the chapter, but so the guy is. I've been thinking about this, and it's made me think, or it's made me like get a little scared, but I want to see what you guys think, because if any author could deal with this sort of problem, it would be one. But I guess it's like a power ceiling problem is what I'm talking about. Um, One of the main tropes of Genos, or one of the things that characterizes Genos, is his growth. From chapter one till now, we've seen him lose continuously and improve upon losing. And improving upon losing can happen at any level. You could be, an inch from God level, and then you fight an actual God level. Now it still be, improving. I'm not talking about those type of increments. I'm talking about the growth that we've seen from Genos so far. We're now at a point where, regardless of what anybody wants to argue, Genos can now fight almost any monster that we've seen so far. Him encountering Elder Centipede like that was very, very admirable, and that nigga took him on confidently. He now has power-ups that are supposedly unacceptable, according to Kuseno. Like, this nigga was tripping about what he did. So, do you think that we'll encounter a problem where Genos is too strong for dragons?
No.
No.
It could be like you said, he could fight any monster, but yeah, fighting and beating is a different thing, because we don't know like him fighting Elder Centipede and like his upgrades now. I'm pretty sure there still would be a gap in power between those two. So
For sure, yeah.
he's always going to be behind the 8 ball of some stronger monster. So it's just a matter of like how progressively stronger he gets, I guess.
Yeah, and in that same kind of vein, I'm feeling that there has to be some sort of slowdown in Genos' progression, just simply because I'm assuming Dr. Kuseno's science there has to be a threshold, right? He can't just continue to, I'm going to give you 10x power each time you come back to me. There has to be some sort of ceiling which he's hit.
Yeah, he's going to plateau at some point.
Yeah,
technology has limits built into it.
Exactly.
But it should not very point in this series of One Punch Man be the most questionable thing. Like, by what you guys are saying just now, we're technically saying that like there's a power level as to which a cyborg can get to, and we really don't have a limit or another comparison for a cyborg, and all the other drones or like machine based warriors that we see happen in the series all literally have exponential ability to grow. Like, Drive Knight does nothing but gather more information and more shit. Metal Knight is literally making more tech as we speak, man. He has armies of shit to deal with all kinds of stuff. He's known for being a dick because all he does is weapons tests when he should be saving niggas. Like, these niggas are doing nothing but getting stronger. So, like, this is obviously the next evolution in the question. Like, as Sundown presented, the dethrottling of Genos' growth. Like, you're seriously saying that like there has to be a threshold? Why, bro?
Look, I want to add something real quick, because like with this whole limit thing, you said that I don't think it would be a limit on cyborgs. It would be a limit to Dr. Kuseno's his upgrades, because so far, well, I don't know how he's upgrading this. I don't know like where he's getting all this tech or whatever, but this could be like a glimpse of like Genos, like if he hits a cap, that he would have to do something like Metal Knight or what Drive Knight was doing in this chapter, where he's going to have to get subjects and dissect them and do kind of some things that are questionable if he wants to get stronger. But like, the limit comes with the what he's doing currently for the upgrades, not in general like he's going to be limited forever.
An idea that I had in the recent Genos Power Up video that goes along the same lines here to defeat this plateau kind of effect. Okay, fight after fight throughout this series, we've seen the remains of fallen monsters. And just like with Drive Knight, he's like, oh, I'm going to use this to research new, technology and weapons. Well, if you synthesize like the organic muscle matter and then put it into a machine, that could have like similar potential that, like, say, you can become a bodybuilder, keep building muscle until, your body might give out, I don't know, but Genos would be in a different case because he's, mechanical. Well, cybernetic, I guess technically he's a cyborg, but you know what I mean. He can support, exponential growth if he were to have like these, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like with Cell, where he was, biomechanical. That's it. And just kind of keep getting stronger as he wants. And then that defeats the plateau, and it would just be a interesting power-up. Because it's something we've seen for so long, but it's so rarely touched upon. Metal Knight being the first with getting the alien ship and everything and using its components to develop new tech, and now this line from Drive Knight. So it could be the future for Genos as well.
All right, so to summarize, then, like, just with yes or no, do you guys believe that Genos getting too strong could be a upcoming problem in the short term?
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Too many people would be hyped for it because he's always been the glass cannon.
That's a good thing. You want more people to be hyped for that shit. But that's what makes me scared. Like, that's why I'm saying it brings me a little bit of fear because usually when those type of problems start to arise, it's because you're getting to the end of the series. And there's zero signs besides this that One Punch is getting anywhere near even being 1/4 of the way into the series. Like, we're not even at a point where I would say that 1/4 of the series is complete. That we would have to break it down into like several different like smaller forms of fractions to express in a smaller form. Like, we're nowhere near this shit. We have so many heroes who we don't even know about, and in most stories, the set of heroes, so the 17 people that we have for S class, they all get multiple arcs of large things. So like, we're gonna see fucking 3 or 4 like large fights involving these individuals. Like fucking, I've already expressed it. Like, there's a lot more to come with each of these people, whether they're in groups, whether it's individually. But like, if this happens now, which you guys are saying it's not gonna happen, but like, what if it does? And Genos' like current storyline or tropes have to change. Would that be a bad thing? Or like, could you guys see that in a positive way? Like, instead of Genos losing all the time, now Genos is a reliable nigga. What if he's known as that? Genos the reliable and shit. Like,
They're all reliable.
Yeah.
I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, like, would his reputation change, like, ruin the character for you?
No. I want his reputation. I'm tired of this narrative of Genos always losing. I'm tired of it. I want it to change. I'm not saying like he has to.
Genos is broken. Fix it.
Yeah. I'm not saying like Genos has to win every fight. Like, so I don't want, I don't need that. But, I don't want him to be known as the guy who gets washes and dismantled every arc. I would like that narrative changed.
Mm-hmm. I suppose the joy in Genos isn't seeing him lose, seeing him struggle, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And if he changed that struggle to, he starts winning more of its fights, I'm down for that. I'm ready to see that.
And it's never to say that he will never run across a challenging fight again. It just means his fights will last longer, which will be more interesting because then we get to actually see the full potential of his current form. So there's not as much of a downside as you apparently think.
Yeah, especially if he starts expanding horizontally. I mean, like, so we know that Genos is, let's say he's at 90% for offensive capabilities in terms of the technology that Dr. Kuseno has already developed. He'll have to develop different skill trees and stuff like that outside of just offense, right? And we know at the moment, I think, is his current design purely offensive, and not
Yeah,
very defensive.
basically.
Yeah, so maybe that's where he needs to move on, because like we know people like Drive Knight have completely different forms. One is tactical gold, where he can his base form, his base abilities are increased, but he can release heat and stuff like that. He has a defensive form, a power form, all that type of stuff. So maybe that's where Genos needs to improve, because like just being purely 100% offensive, pure powerhouse, if he comes against someone who can take a punch from him, he's gonna struggle, right?
Well, it's to be seen, as we mentioned. I'm super excited for Dinos' storyline to continue to flourish. He's shown some different abilities, like the lasers that he had on his arms in this chapter. Those are pretty fucking badass and shit.
Yeah, I want to mention that. When we see the lasers and everything, it's cool with how the arms open up in the 4 different spots. But in the first time that you see it on Manga C, it's page 11. You see the 8 beams coming out, and it's cool. And you see where like the frontmost beams are shooting out. They're on the sides. But in the very next page, it looks like they're shooting from the tops of his shoulders forward, which I find. I mean, I guess he rotated them to hit the thing, which then just shows that they can rotate, I guess. But shows they're way more tactical than originally planned. Also, they're like heat-seeking laser beams. They bend. The hell kind of technology is that?
Yeah, I thought that's pretty awesome. That did look pretty cool. What I was more impressed by was actually less Genos' tech, and the fact that he learned from the fight with Elder Centipede here, and he has a rope with him, so he can carry everyone around on his back.
Actually, no. It was brought up to me. It's one of the support heroes.
Oh, is it?
Binding something shell? The one that like wrapped up Nian and everything when they were trying to fight him? It's that guy.
Oh shit.
The
Okay.
leaf nigga?
No. But I'll look at it.
Did you guys notice the I guess it'd be the first time that we're seeing official association like equipment and vehicles and stuff?
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, so the tanks and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty badass looking. I wonder like if Murata had like the urge to just draw like military shit. It looks amazing.
So does that mean there's like a military outpost over in Z City?
I'm sure there's probably one in every city. But these were probably stationed when they, cordoned off that part of Z City to begin with.
Yeah.
They're probably always there. It's just the first time we've seen them because there hasn't been a need to see them necessarily.
Or they're probably at this part of the enclosure to support the
support the support team.
Exactly, yeah. Kind of
We're super supportive.
Like a FOB, a forward operating base for the assault. But yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, it was really cool looking. I'd like to see more of that.
Can we talk about how epic? Like, I know I said I didn't trust him because of his one eye, but second god of this chapter was pretty badass. I mean, not only did he save what's his name, Food Battler's life, saving his face from getting planted into that kind of that train arch thing.
I call it like an overhang or an overpass or something.
Yeah.
It's not really, but that's like the closest thing I could think of.
Yeah, so not only did he do that with one arm, I mean, like, I'm not sure how he was holding on to the rest of the guys. He pulls him down with his left arm. I think he might be a right-handed guy, considering that's the hand he was using his phone on. But this dude is like, he reminds me of Ash from Evil Dead. Just there with like half an arm. He's there, got his he's got his tie tied around his arm, stopping any blood from going down. This guy is a straight baller. I mean, like, he's there making phone calls and shit, and he's even helping out Genos like get to the next part of his mission. I think second god here made me switch my opinion of him a bit.
With that phone throw too, bro. You seen that? You seen him throw that phone? Nigga,
He does it twice.
He does it once to each side of Genos just to show off his his freaking robotic arms.
It was so weird. But I do like that Genos actually has that.
That shit came in handy against Garo.
Well, either that or Garo's going to use it to his advantage, right? I'm surprised Grimm hasn't mentioned the one panel of Mizuki lying down on the floor.
I was just about to, bro.
Poor Mizuki-chan. Poor Mizuki-chan.
But she's like, she's knocked out, bro. That's rape. We can't.
They kind of all are.
You can't talk about her when she's knocked out, bro. Come on.
I'm surprised.
We've been talking about her for like the last 2 chapters, and she's been knocked out. Where was this rule before?
No. That was like her in the process of being knocked out. Now she's unconscious, just laying there, bro. You telling me you gonna fucking like sexually harass a woman who's knocked out and incapacitated? Kishin, what the fuck?
Who said I was sexually harassing anybody?
That's what y'all niggas are implying.
We didn't say anything.
Matter of fact,
like
Sundown
that.
brought it up, so he's the leader in y'all niggas, bro. What's going on, Sundown?
Hey, man. All I said was that Mizuki was in a panel. I did not say anything beyond that.
None of us did. There's evidence of it.
Me too, nigga. Hashtag.
Hashtag what?
Hashtag me too.
Oh, man, this guy. Nah, don't worry, chat. He won't be hashtagging much. He's not on Twitter.
Hey, good.
Actually, he might be back on by the time this goes live. Who knows?
That's another shot, low key.
Fuck, man. Yeah, they kicked me off that shit, dog. I kind of low key miss it, bro.
That's
It's
what
not
it is,
even been
man.
a day, and we're already missing it.
Nah, I'll probably make one tonight or some shit. Also, did you guys see that sexy ass suit that Sis had on?
No, I
Oh
didn't.
Lord,
But now I do.
is that going to be your new obsession? Then hallways.
Suits.
Y'all niggas mad that he got suits, bro?
I'm
It's
not
a
mad.
fucking suit.
It's
Unless
clean.
that thing's unless it's bulletproof, it's just a suit.
Yeah, he should be clean. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's making a lot of money.
Yeah,
Needs
enough
to be
money
clean.
anyway.
Yep.
And my niggas is out here next to that cute ass girl.
Oh, the one on the computer beside him.
She probably low key topped him off before this panel and shit. Because he was looking so nice.
Hashtag me too, apparently, because and you trying to get us.
Hashtag
These
me.
are the-
What was like rapey about this girl topping off Sitch before this panel because he had a nice suit on? What's wrong about that?
It's because usually when it's your boss, there's it's not looked well upon.
What again? Who said that Sitch isn't the direct command of this woman here?
You're saying Sid should be saying me too.
Bro, that's like saying that a CEO of a company can't fuck a new like entry level employee and shit. Like, come on.
I'm thinking there's some kind of there's a power dynamic there that it's not a good look.
But it's like
Yeah.
they're so far away, man. Like they're so irrelevant positions. Like it's like, like
Which then means as soon as he sees her in the hallway and it's like, you want to do something tonight? And it's like, no.
no, 'cause
Yeah.
Goodbye,
I
sir.
think it works
And
like
it's
that right
like,
now.
no,
that,
we
like,
doing something tonight. And then it's like, then it
if
gets
you're,
real.
if like for example, if there's a manager in an entry level position, like at the same store, like they can't fuck, but like if you're entry level, you can fuck the manager of a different store of the same brand or whatever. So like technically the CEO doesn't work in your region, is not on the same payroll, not related to that at all whatsoever. So why can't he fuck the fucking entry level employee, bro? What you mean, bro?
Because it's still an employee.
That nigga's tripping, bro. Sis can get that pussy Y'all here trying to hold on to my nigga. Like, what is it hate for? Why can't Sits hit?
There was no hate. We're just wondering where this came from.
Oh, all right, man.
He sees a high level executive type with a cute girl beside him. That's all his mind needed.
My nigga, look, bro. She looks determined as fuck, bro. Putting that work in, my nigga. You already know she works hard as fuck. And she's out here doing that thing in that suit, man. It's almost like one is trying to tell us that she topped him off before this panel and shit, bro.
I don't know what notes you were reading, what translation notes you were reading. All I got was he's on the phone with Genos and she's doing her own thing. That's all I got.
She just happened to be in the background.
Yeah, you reading One Punch Man. You're not reading One Punch Man.
Man, she's in the back just reading some My Hero Academia, and you out here.
It's like I like
You out here saying she's working real hard and she might as well be recreational in her job too. You know, maybe go see her boss.
That's not her boss though, bro. Like that's like, come on, bro. Like they're not in the same payroll. They're not on the same payroll.
It's very possible that he oversees whatever the hell she's doing.
Nah, money got.
Oh, I wouldn't have used that word around Grimm.
No, sis don't even be like out there over niggas' shoulders and shit like that. But like, come on, bro. You know, let's just move on, bro. It's clear that y'all niggas don't want Satsuki to get his dick sucked because y'all don't be getting y'all dick sucked and y'all mad about it.
We don't want to go to jail or be fired because of stupid decisions that you apparently.
You can't go to jail for fucking an entry-level employee, bro. Come on, bruh.
Well, I just don't want to be like stiff as fuck on podcast. While I'm talking to 3 guys across the pond.
Oh, shit. All right. The other big point of this chapter was Neon.
Here we go.
All right.
So, meow meow meow. Life number 2.
This should warrant a stock reevaluation, bro. We should be out here talking about some like, you know, this nigga's trash now or this nigga's that much better now. But before we get into any of that, let's seriously think about this, talk about this. So, Sundown Satsuki, lead the way. How do you really feel about Neon being alive?
I don't give a fuck. Good research material. That's about it. But he's not going to do anything past, you know, being research material. So it is what it is. But I definitely see the whole stock thing. I get it. You know, because him being alive after all of that, that does, you know, that's a feat in of itself. Definitely. So, you know, you could just like add that to his stock, but it doesn't matter because like he's going to die anyway. So to me, it doesn't really matter too much.
I think it doesn't really make much of a difference to me. I think there was a season where the Detroit Lions went 1-15, and that one victory they had didn't really make much of a difference to the 15 losses they had. And I think this is a similar situation where, you know, just because he's breathing, saying, "Oh shit, I shouldn't have fought this guy." I don't think that's gonna make much of a difference to the fact that he got his ass kicked, and now he's about to be dissected by a guy with one eye. And
my 8 lives are going to be spent in a lab, being torn apart.
Exactly. So I don't think it's I don't think we need to reevaluate his stock.
New Puri sweater. If he's alive, then that means that just makes his pelt even more valuable.
That's facts.
And if he regenerates on any level and then gets the fur back, then that just ups it even more.
You have a problem.
No.
All right.
You got a problem, Keith.
Hey man, Hercules did it. Why can't the other guy? Why can't Drive Knight do it? Or Putty?
So like he survived all that shit though. Like he got incinerated. We've seen the fucking like big ass fucking fire cloud that was created. Zhoniin was talking about like, oh that bitch look like the Emperor Nova shit. Like niggas was out there hyping it up. Don't try to like unhype it now. Like you already tried to hype the shit up. He stabbed him through or whatever. Niggas was out here talking about driving on a high dragon out for all this, and Neon's alive. So how is this not a restock evaluation for Neon? Like he tanked all that.
Because at the end of the day, just for me, like at the end of the day, he's still defeated. So it's like it doesn't really matter in that capacity. The only thing it really matters is when it comes to if you want to reevaluate Drive Night or if you just want to make like hypotheticals with Neon. That's the only thing it really matters with. And I'm not interested in one of those, so that's why I don't really care.
Yeah, I think if anything, it just throws a bit more suspicion on Drive Night again, because we know that he said aloud, he was there like confirmed kill and that kind of shit. But did he say that just because he knew Second God was there?
No, that's what I'm saying. We there's no other time in the story where we would just assume something like that. And I can agree, like hasn't been another point in the story where like we've had this much suspicion about a character or even just dialogue, in particular about Drive Night. But like, it was in combat dialogue. He wasn't saying to anybody. There were times where he was in the air and shit, talking or saying shit, and like there was nobody around him. And even when he was talking, we didn't get a perspective of Second God while it was happening. So I think it would be a stretch to say that his dialogue was forced to like try and like deceive Second God, bro. I think that he actually was trying to kill him. I think that he actually thought he killed him.
But then it doesn't explain the fact that Drive Night just seems very, very he seems very non-concerned. He doesn't seem very surprised by the fact that the thing that he's supposed to be holding that's dead suddenly starts speaking to him. He just looks down at him and is like, oh yeah, he's alive. My bad.
It's just the air escaping from his dried lung. It's nothing else.
It's how the wind runs through them shutters, man.
It's just like that episode of Futurama where they did the anthology series stuff and Bender was turned into a human and then he became fat at the end and like the folds of his fat had air pockets and he went woo, and then 12 hours later they found out that he died and it's like, no, but he just went woo. No, that was just the folds of his fat releasing air. That's how he's going to play this off. Futurama was weird sometimes.
I don't know. We'll see, man. It could be a lot of shit. I'm gonna put my vote in towards increasing Neon stock. What Satsuki says is true. That like, he's still incapacitated, so it doesn't really matter. But like, I can't help but think about comparing that to Saitama and Rover. Like, that punch didn't harm him permanently. Like, you could even almost say it didn't harm him at all. It just knocked him out. It's like, does that mean that we should disregard that for Saitama? Like, I don't know. It's just niggas are protecting Drive Night. But then you're right, Sundown. Like, that nigga was like casual about it. Like, yeah, oh shit, yeah, you're right, he alive.
I'm just focused on the living or the niggas who going to live past next day. So like, okay. You want to reevaluate Drive Night, that's fine. But Jan is like, he's done. So it is what it is.
But then that Nian's final words for the chapter ignite something in Genos because he mentioned Saitama.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Did you guys know there's 4 moons?
Do what?
There's 4 moons apparently.
Where the hell are you getting that information?
There's a picture. I forgot one of these things in the Discord. There's 4 moons. So like the odds that we would have seen the moon that the crater was on, in that one picture was pretty low. That's pretty cool. I was thinking about it after I saw that, but like I didn't fucking know we had 4 fucking moons. I'll mention it in the Discord chat so people can like post a big about it.
Okay.
And I guess it's not exactly like the same kind of Earth as ours, because like we've seen what I guess you could call Japan looks like. It's just sectioned off in these massive city states, basically. So it's not the same home we call home. So having 4 moons in a fantasy world, well, not fantasy world, but fictional world. Not that weird.
All right, guys. That's it for this session's One Punch Man podcast. Chapter 120 was a good one. Hopefully, on 121 we'll get a bit more action. Some more context of what's going on, or just some niggas out there doing that thing to each other. We all have to see that shit too. Make sure you check out everybody's content. Guess we had Sundownrider, Satsuki the Savage, Kishin Prime. Everybody does content. They put out a bunch of shit all the time. One Punch Man, One Piece, My Hero, Seven Deadly Sins, Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter, all kinds of stuff. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you check out the link in the description for Discord, where we'll be discussing all kinds of topics, including Chapter 120 and One Punch Man, and everything else you can think of in Discord. So if you want to chat, pass the time, come through. Shout out to our Patreons, Life Plus and Joseph, for supporting the podcast and the channel in general. You guys want to join the Patreon and get early uncut, complete access to the One Punch Man podcast?
Uncircumcised.
He's calling that the uncircumcised podcast.
Oh God, no!
The uncircumcised version of the podcast. Check the link in the description below, papi. So real quick,
What's up? Okay.
if any of the A, B, and C, all the niggas like non-S class niggas, right, was gonna hit Mizuki or Fubuki, who would you choose? Like, you gotta choose one. They gotta hit. So choose two niggas to hit them both. Who's gotta be? I'm choosing Ian from Mizuki.
Wait a second.
Gear spurt.
So we're pairing them.
Wait, why are we choosing? Are we sitting back and watching this shit? Like,
Listen, bro. You're a pervert for trying to watch, and I didn't call them pairings. You trying to make that shit the same gay as we set them up the pipe, bro. That's what we're doing. We set them up the pipe.
Shit, pipe? No. Taco, tank top girl with Fubuki. I'm taking the other route. I'm taking the other route.
I'm surprised by how keen Satsuki was to answer this question. Usually he's the guy that's like, nah, maybe we should think about this. But nah,
I mean, I saw the opportunity. If Murata gave me the opportunity, that's what I want. Tank top girl and Fubuki.
You heard it here first.
That's your one shot, isn't it?
Yes.
The guy that drew the fan out of Grimm with the atomic blade. You know what to do, mate.
Oh, that was good. That was good art. I want to know who did that.
Yeah.
Shout out to who did that. Who did that?
Fuck.
It'll be in the.
Yeah. Go to Discord
Somewhere in the
and find out
pocket.
who did it. Yeah. Or if not, put a picture up and I'll represent it. But yeah.
The power of post editing.
Yeah, no, niggas putting in work, dog. That shit was fucking amazing. But I think Ian's gotta hit Mizuki. I'm not tolerating nobody else. No, it's gotta be.
He's not tolerating anything less.
It's either gotta be number one choice would be Darkshine, obviously, because it's. But then it'd be.
I don't want to see that.
No, what? What you mean, bro? Like she's meant for him.
I would not want to see any of those, young maidens subjected to that kind of abuse.
You dirty pig! Shut up.
That's not cool. I mean, Mizuki, I think she's more built for it, but Fubuki, no.
She's too delicate to take that BBC.
Yeah, I can't have that happen.
Even shielding herself and psychic energy wouldn't save her.
Oh,
2 minutes in, she's already screaming for Tatsumaki, "Save me!"
Oh man.
I'm gonna give you some of this dark side.
Yo!